World Rugby is to trial 2 new high tackle laws in a bid to combat the risk of head injuries. The 2 different trials will take place during the Under-20 Championship and the Under-20 Trophy. The first, being used at the Under-20 Championship, which Wales will be involved in, will see high tackle warnings be issued if the tackle is upright, not bent at the waist when tackling, and there is clear and obvious head contact for either player. When a player has been given 2 high tackle warnings, they will automatically receive a 1-match suspension. The second trial, which will be used in the Under-20 Trophy, will see the acceptable height of the tackle reduced from the line of shoulder to below what's described as the nipple line. Both trials could have a massive impact on the game as we know it. The popular choke tackle, when the defending team holds a player up to form a maul, could be in danger of becoming obsolete under the new trial laws, while the increasing number of high tackle penalties is likely to only go up to begin with. In a statement, World Rugby said, "Rugby is committed to an evidence-based approach to injury prevention, and with the latest comprehensive research determining that tacklers who are upright carrying the greatest risk of head injury, the trials are designed to change player behavior by getting the tackler to attempt lower tackles and therefore lower the risk of injury. As a result, the acceptable height of the tackle will be lowered through revised on-field and off-field sanctions, encouraging players to bend at the waist when attempting a tackle." The trials were approved after unprecedented research by the governing body from more than 1,500 elite matches, which confirmed that the risk of injury to both players from a high-contact tackle when both players are upright is 4.3 times greater than a low-contact tackle. Ashton Hewitt of Dragons left is tackled high by Adam Byrne. Image, Hugh Evans Picture Agency. It also showed that 76% of head injuries occur in the tackle, with 72% of head injuries sustained in the tackle suffered by the tackler. This trial is designed to remove the tackler's head from a high-risk situation through a deterrent based on a combination of law amendment, sanction and technique change, said World Rugby Chief Medical Officer Dr. Martin Raftery. All participating nations competing at the U20's Championship in France have been informed of the trial. Wales face Australia in their opening game on the 30th of May, before taking on New Zealand and Japan. Concerning the high tackle warning trial in place for the U20's Championship, the statement reads, "Tackles that increase the risk of head injury will be cited. The match citing commissioner will issue a high tackle warning to the tackler who is deemed to be upright, not bent at the waist. A tackler will be deemed to be upright when they are in an approximate upright standing position. They have made no clear attempt to lower the height of contact with the ball carrier to avoid the head or shoulders of the ball carrier. There is no knee flexion and minimal bending at the waist, which brings the head into a dangerous position for collision with ball carrier's head or shoulder." The high tackle warning will be issued in one of 4 types of incidents, all high contact penalties, irrespective of sanction, during matches. All tackles that result in an hit, irrespective of whether the tackler or ball carrier. High tackles that are missed during the match. Accidental clear and obvious head-to-head and head-to-shoulder contact. Sanctions. The high tackle warning is issued only if the tackler is upright, and there is clear and obvious head contact for either player. Each high tackle warning carries 1 strike. When 2 strikes have been issued, a player will receive a 1-match suspension. A right to appeal will operate. High tackle warnings also form part of the usual accumulation of sanctions, including citing commissioner warnings, CCWs, and yellow cards. A strong education element will be run in parallel, explaining that this player welfare initiative protects the tackler and their opponents for the World Rugby U20 Trophy. The following trial law will apply. Law 9.13. The acceptable height of the tackle is reduced from the line of shoulders to below the nipple line. A player must not tackle an opponent early, late or dangerously. Dangerous tackling includes, but is not limited to, tackling or attempting to tackle an opponent above the nipple line even if the tackle starts below the nipple line.